All right, so hi guys, this is Stephanie Blake here with World Bride Magazine, fashion and lifestyle editor. We have Cynthia Grafton-Holt here. This is a piece where we are honoring designers of color in the bridal industry. So I am delighted to do this piece. We want to honor a lot of the designers and the creative forces that have paved the way for us today. So in a little while, we're going to start with Cynthia Grafton-Holt and her team, and we want to welcome you right now. Thank you for being with us. Hi, Cynthia.
Hi, Stephanie. Thank you so much for inviting me to be here today. It's a
Wonderful,
pleasure
wonderful.
and an honor. Thank you.
Oh, same here. So I guess we can get to the meat of it. First of all, our subscribers love to be informed about new product, new talent, new brands. And what I love about the publication that I support, World Bride Magazine, and Meredith Leon McCormick, you'll meet her later on, is that the vision is to inform our subscribers about that they have a global reach and they are able to access brands, companies, faces, talent, product on a better level, on a higher level in terms of product and services, and that we want to be the publication that brings that product, that high-end product, that wonderful product to our subscribers, so that they feel like they have access and they have this reach no matter where. So we are global, we are worldwide, and we do real serious research to reach out to talent like you guys, talent like your brand, to get you all to meet each other. You know, so surprisingly, when I first researched you, the company was called Oui Madame. So and you shared a little bit in our intro when we met last week about changing your brand name to your name. So tell me a little bit about that, and then you can go into how you got into this industry.
Wow, that's a story in all by itself, to be quite honest. Um, I I took a bit of a break from bridal because I think an industry like this, when you're a creator, you design and you make products for clients, you can get a little bit burnt out.
Mm.
And so after many years of running it, I woke up one Saturday and I just felt like I can't see another bride. So I took a break. I thought I was going to take a break for 12 months and I didn't. It lasted 8 years, but I had a great time. I met my husband. I got to slop around in my slippers on a Saturday morning instead of seeing brides. And,
Yeah.
you know, we traveled, we came to California, we got married in Las Vegas. I had a whale of the time. My kids are fully kid, but she brought home many others, are fully grown, by the way. So I was at that point, you know, where you get your house back and you have a spare bedroom. So anyway, but after I went back,
Not there yet.
this is for another audience then.
Right.
I've been where you are.
Yeah,
I've done my time. Um, I um, I went back to upgraded my teaching qualifications and went back to teaching, working with students, which I absolutely enjoy. I love sharing my skills and finding new talents and nurturing them and teaching them all that I know so that because I know that that's the next generation and someone has to pour into them. So during this time, I had a whale of a time, but then I woke up one day, and especially from working with students and helping them to birth their creativity, I realized that my own creativity I wasn't nurturing it. And that was the right time for me to come back to being a wedding bespoke design, a wedding dress designer again. And so I found a little boutique out in the countryside, out in Berkshire. And I decided that was always another dream that I'd had, was to take my dressmaking to another level and to have my own boutique. Now, the name We Madam,
Mm-hmm.
which is the English version of Madam, um, came out of years of just saying, absolutely, yes, you can, yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
to my clients.
Yeah.
And I always became that, you know, I became that person where whatever they wanted to achieve, I'd help them to achieve it.
Awesome.
So it's something that I was good at working in the fashion industry
Mm-hmm.
amongst many of the big designers. I was the engineer. I would stay up and figure something out and rework the fabric so that when they saw it, it was a wow. And I've always been carried that right the way through in my professional skills and in the way that I work with clients. So I opened this boutique and I called it We Madam, and that went on for 4 years. And then last year, after the death of George Floyd, and the way that changed, just that message and that pain, just it kind of just, it was like a whirlwind force throughout the earth. And even though I'm here in the UK, and people would say, you know, what you're getting upset about, that happened in America, it happened to a Black person. He could have been my son. I'm not saying I'm that old, but, you know, he could have been my son, my brother, my husband.
That's right.
That pain,
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie, I would just cry in the morning. I couldn't even watch that clip after seeing it for the first time. The
Yeah.
pain awoke something within me. And what it woke up within me was the same pain for the struggle that I have endured since setting footing in this industry. The pain of working through the night, the pain of being the problem solver, the pain of being the genius behind a particular product. I've seen garments that I've made worn by royalty on the catwalks at the London Fashion Week, in magazines and newspapers by Russian oligarchs. I've
Wow.
seen, you know, world-class celebrities wearing dresses. I wore this yellow dress today in homage to a beautiful yellow gown that I made for a leading celebrity.
I
My
saw
name,
that one.
my name is nowhere to be seen on that gown, but my handiwork is all over it. And I didn't even meet her.
Wow.
I took her measurements. I measured her with my eyes and with my passion and my knowledge and my skill. And I made that dress, and it is stitch perfect. When she put it on, they didn't have to do anything to it. But anyway, after what happened last year, and then this blackout Tuesday, and I do you know what? Someone called me and they said, "What is your experience of being in the wedding industry?" And I looked at them as if to say, do you really want to know my answer?
Right.
Or do you just want something quick because you're
Right.
out of
You want
here?
the politically correct answer or the hardcore truth?
You know what? I've been politically correct all my life. I'm not a fire starter. I'm passionate about what I do. I keep my head down. I know I'm good at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And but I've never been one to start a fire. And so they asked me the question, and the answer, the words just came from nowhere, and I just spoke. And by the end of the day, it was put online. I didn't know, but they edited it with other wedding professionals, and they
Wow.
put it online. And from 6 o'clock that night, it went viral. And my Instagram account just blew up. People I didn't know from all over the world were commenting, were saying, "I'm so sorry for your pain." And it was, do you know what? That was the first time anyone had ever said to me, "I'm really sorry and saddened to hear, firstly, to have discovered you under such circumstances,
Wow.
but to hear that the industry is not a fair one, that it doesn't celebrate talent, it celebrates your connection and who you are,
Status.
and not what you have genuinely achieved." And especially as a Black person, to know that you've just been shoved to the back, your design has been used, your intellectual property has been used to create this product, and then they shove you to the back again. Oh, they forget all about you real quick. You're famous today, but you're forgotten in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up the next morning to, this went on for 3 days, if not 5 days, non-stop. And something else happened to me, because I realized that if I was ever going to be heard, now is the time whilst people are listening.
Yeah.
I had a great mentor at the time, and on the back of not just her advice, but the advice that others had given me over the years. Why don't you use your own name? You've got a great name, Cynthia Grafton-Holt. Oh my God, you couldn't get any posher than that. Why don't you use your name? And I'm like, I don't want to use my name. I like being in the background, Stephanie.
Oh, no.
I'm the person, I like to design in quiet. I don't want you in my space. It's too much. But suddenly, when my mentor said, you need to use your name and you need to speak out. So that was the beginning of the coming out.
Yes.
Speak, the rebirth, the rebrand. And my brand became, from Oui Madame, that was just like a branded name, to Cynthia Grafton-Holt. So here I am today.
Awesome. And so
Curtsy.
authentic. That's the part. And this is where it's so rich, and it's so important that when you put yourself out there, that people are able to, you know how they say, oh, it's great to put a face to a name, you know, but they don't necessarily care about who you are until they finally meet you and they make this connection, which is why, you know, this season of COVID and being sort of distant from each other, that this platform gives us an ability that we never had before. I might not be able to come to London. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm here with you right now. We're reaching the nations, if you will, this way.
Yes.
And this is a perfect opportunity for people, subscribers, people who are interested in the industry, people who are interested in purchasing your product, people who are interested in learning a little bit more about the industry. This is a great way for them to actually get a sense of who you are, what you stand for. How can they, I'm a big believer of buying into a person's authenticity, the thing that's intrinsic about you. And the only way I can find that out is to get a name.
And get to know you, to hear values, things that excite you, delight you, what goes into what I do. I've discovered all of that, and I am embracing it daily, because it takes a lot to come out and to be the public face. I think I don't know if I told you, after coming out, I left here one day, and I was on my way home, and I was walking up the hill to where I parked my car, and these two girls walked past me, and as they walked past me, they said, "Oh my God, is that Cynthia Grafton-Holt?" and I only heard Cynthia. So as they walked past me, and I passed them, I heard Cynthia. And I turned, and as I turned, we both kind of faced each other. And what ran through my mind were, oh, are they my daughter's friends or something? You know, they're going to say, oh, are you Sherelle's mum or something? Yeah. But they said, no, are you Cynthia? Are you the wedding dress designer? And I'm like, I had to do this whole, you know, where you think, do I say yes? But what I was thinking was, am I wearing lipstick? Do I look all right?
Look.
Is my hair straight? Are they going to laugh at me?
Right.
Because I'm a low maintenance. I have my jeans on. I'm climbing all over the table to get my vogues down, or to get a pattern down, or to spread some cloth across the table. You know, I have to be agile and flexible.
That's right.
So,
Not
you know,
ready
these,
for the camera, not
yeah,
ready for
yeah, but
paparazzi,
now
but that's okay. So what happened?
I have to think twice about it. Well, no, I just introduced myself and just said, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I owned it.
Oh, nice, nice.
I owned it. I
And
owned
that's
it.
what we want you to continue to do. So now let's get into the product itself. You are, I saw the pictures. I can't wait to post them with this. The Share a little bit more about the aesthetic. Are you into, like most designers, creating product that represents your aesthetic, your look, or have you um, designed or have the ability to design into what you feel other women should be wearing, like filling a void?
I do. I have, I'm very romantic, very ethereal, very soft, very delicate. I'm not a loud, dramatic, I'm not that kind of a designer. Um, my drama comes through the intricate details, you know, in a very delicate and very romantic kind of way. However, because I've honed my skills in designing for the individual woman, I can look at you, take a character, listen to whatever story you and dream and goals that you want to achieve, and I can create that dress for you. So
Mm,
if you want it snatched and you want it dripping in diamonds, you know, and you want it tight here and you want an extra long train, or you whatever you want, I can create it. But if you ask me to design my signature, it's very different to that.
got it.
So I know that
Obviously.
my signature, even as a Black woman and as a Black designer, doesn't always appeal to a lot of Black brides.
Mhm, mhm.
And I mean, if you look at my Instagram account, but it's true to me.
Yeah, yeah,
It reflects my world and the things that I love, the things that I call beautiful.
yes.
So if you want to take an element of something that I've done and then add your own tune to it, so it sings to your voice, hey, I'm good to go.
I love it.
I'm all about working with the individual. Just because I have a style, it doesn't mean to say that it dictates who you are, but
Right.
I do love to bring my signature
I
to
love
it.
it. I love that. So you have a signature collection that speaks to you and your aesthetic to the world, and then you have a unique ability to hear a woman's story and then now create this piece
Something from,
that
yeah.
represents her. I love that. Um, and the conversation in the industry a couple of years ago started around, body types and, whatever the new term is, curvy, full figured.
Mhm.
I don't know what these new terms are. It has never been anything new as long as I've been in the industry. Um, Women who are shapely have not necessarily found a home in brands and weren't necessarily considered first. So what's your point of view on the curvy bride?
Curvy bride, in my world, I don't look at women based on size. Size has no place here. I design for you. I take whatever God has given you and I dress it.
Oh, wow.
So I can see, um, I have the skills to, I'm skilled in the art of corsetry too.
Wonderful.
So I create a base garment which will redefine and reshape and restructure and support your body. So if you have boobs, we can lift them, we can bring them in, we can bring them to the right place so that your waist is you
Sculpted.
can then see, yes, so that your waist is visible and at the right distance from your bust, so I can give you shape. If you don't have bust, I can create cups that are padded and that have a female form. So for a lot of my, sometimes when I get these size 4 or a 6 bride and she has a boyish figure and she's worried about looking like a boy on her wedding day, I tell her, don't worry. For those with too much, we can reshape them, and for those with not enough, we can do surgery.
Yeah.
So that's how I work with a woman. I can, because I'm a skilled pattern cutter as well, I have so many skills, and that's what I've honed whilst working in fashion. I can create your pattern to fit your body height and frame. Some things will have to be changed, which I will fully explain to you and explain to you why I'm changing them so that the proportions are right. Once the proportions are right, we can then highlight the things that you are great on your body and
Yes.
hide the things that are not so great. It just takes a little bit of attention to those details. You don't get that attention when you buy a dress that's off the rack, that's ready made. It's to that designer's aesthetics, and you either fit into it and accept it or you don't. But where I have my brides come to me and they have seen something that they love that inspires them, I take all of that information and then I add my own kind of elevation to that, to their, to that process.
Yes.
Kind of take their idea from here.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. With that respect, give me an idea on or describe who this woman is. Describe who Cynthia Grafton-Holt creates these or engineers these beautiful creations for.
First of all, she knows what she wants, but she simply cannot find it. That's the first thing that brides say to me. I've searched and searched and searched. They know they're confident with their bodies. Um, they may not have it all together. They may have too much, but it's been in their head and their hearts since they were a little girl. Or they may have been seen something and they've thought, I love that. I want to wear that. And now I need to find someone who can design it so that it's right for me. That's who she is.
Awesome.
I don't need to dress that up or add anything else to that statement. Wow.
Awesome. And that being said, all of us have been impacted in this season for a year now, and a little bit over a year, with everything that's gone on that changed the trajectory of everyone's life. A lot of businesses have been impacted. Obviously, I'm over here in the United States, you're in the UK. We are all at this level now where our stories are sounding the same. You as a creator, me as this voice, our customers, our clients, we're pretty much at the same space where, it's interesting how we all pretty much have the same need, the need to reconnect.
Say to my students, please don't watch unless you are in dire straits and you can do no better. The most important thing, because once you know rules, you can break those rules. To clients, particularly those who are reaching out to me from other parts of the world and who may see this, I'm here still doing what I do, and I'm doing it for you. Don't be afraid to reach out to me because of distance, because I do have brides who I may never meet. For example, I'm in California right now. I've just sent a gown, a mock-up of the final of the design. We met online, she reached out. We had a couple of Zooms. I finalized the design via discussion and sharing my screen with her. I then sent the details, which I won't give away too much here, to her home. And she was so delighted. She placed her order with me.
Awesome.
And I've just sent the mock-up of the dress, and we've just got the video back only on Saturday, and it was like whoop whoop. I mean, it fitted her to a T with
Oh, wow.
barely any alterations. Now I know that the worry is I'm going to be spending thousands on this dress. What if it doesn't fit? It's something that we have to discuss, and you need to have certain resources in place to enable this to work. But it's not impossible, and it can work. If you've decided that I'm the one for you, you can most definitely find me, and we can start that discussion.
I love it. I love it.
But also, just because we're in lockdown, please don't stop searching and planning, because this is only for a period of time, and the day when your wedding is approaching will arrive. And if you've locked yourself down and are not being as proactive as you can in keeping your show on the road, then you're going to find that you've limited your own choices.
Yes.
I'm still inviting brides to contact me, to email me. We will set up meetings on Zoom. We can chat on Telegram or WhatsApp and get that, have that conversation and make that start.
I love it. I love it. Well, we have reached the end of our session.
What? Already? I'm just getting going.
I know. You said so much, and it's so rich. And then, our audience will get a chance to read the questions and answers that we had set up prior to this Zoom. But I think most importantly, hearing and feeling the sincerity and the authenticity of your story is so much more impactful than a transcript. It is. And I'm so grateful for what you're doing. And we are so honored to promote brands like yours that have real core values that us as just natural human beings support, not necessarily a bride, not necessarily someone who's looking to purchase a product, but people who love to hear about other people, thriving in an atmosphere like this. So congratulations to your business. Congratulations for standing for your name, which that's my most favorite part about your story, because that's the most important thing that we have is our name. And attaching our name to a product just basically personifies our creativity. It gives it a body. It gives it a body of work, if you will. So I'm so honored to represent that in this interview, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, you are most welcome, Stephanie. I'm in a very good place right now, and I'm enjoying and embracing Cynthia Grafton-Holt and falling even more in love with my name as each day goes by. And so thank you very much for inviting me to share my story with you, and can't wait to see it.
Yes. We'll share
it here too.
We'll share the bio, we'll share the photos, we'll share all your social media platforms. So you guys have a chance to check out Cynthia's website, check out her social media platforms. And when you order, tell her we sent you. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much, Stephanie.
All right, Cynthia, we'll reach out. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye, Ellie.
Bye. Bye, Stephanie. Nice to meet you.
We'll talk again.
Okay, bye. Okay, Stephanie, I just wanted to introduce you to the dresses that I have in the studio. This is the culmination of my life's work, and this started in 1999. So I have some core dresses that are the backbone of my collection. However, through the years, especially since coming back into the bridal industry, I have redesigned a lot of my work just to give it a fresh look and to kind of bring it up to date. But my signature is always the same. This is from this side. I have, these are my biggest showcase gowns, these very elaborate ball gowns, which are timeless classics.
Yes.
Again, moving through to some more classic styles. This is perhaps one of the newest gowns, this feather, embroidered feather gown, which has been featured quite a lot last year. And then you have gowns like this. They're all based on classic shapes.
Mm-hmm.
I've just added some modern fabrics and details to them so that they're quite modern,
right,
and that they fit into the current aesthetics.
Mm-hmm.
This is another one of my, I love a low back, a sexy back on a gown.
Right.
So the shape can be really simple.
Yes.
The moment she turns,
dramatic.
It's just a wow factor.
Yes.
So that's how I add wow factor to my work. I love doing things that are totally, people are unprepared for them because they're not conventional bridal pieces. And this piece here is based on the, you know, the coat that a lot of Pakistani or Indians wear.
Yes.
With trousers. This is a piece that's been in my collection.
Look at that.
For many years. And it's worn with just cream silk trousers and a simple camisole. So for the bride who doesn't want to go down the conventional wedding dress route.
Right, right.
I'm just pulling pieces out to just give you a little snapshot.
Wow.
One of my other pieces. I love frills, beadwork.
Yes. Wonderful. Wow.
And then, this is another piece that very. Do you just stand still? I can move it to the camera so she can see.
Beautiful.
All over.
Oh, that's for a nice young bride.
Beaded gown.
Yes.
And then behind me, sorry, I'm just quickly running, because people always say to me, have you got dresses that I can see, that I can try on, rather than just, you know, always bespoke? Yes, I do. I have a whole room full of them. And this is perhaps, can you see her?
Yes.
Now, this is, I think, what's the word you would use to describe this gown? The creme de la creme, that's it, of all my gowns. It's called Mala, and it's entirely handmade, including all the lace work that is on this gown. It's all been reworked from an antique piece of lace. Creates this amazing, sumptuous,
delicate. Oh, that's gorgeous. I can see the seaming.
That's the kind of thing that I love doing. It might take months and months to make, but when it's finished, it's a work of art. It's more than just a dress, because so much has gone into it.
That's the one, and that's the one you have on display. It is flawless, especially with detailing.
We're still working on it.
We're still working on it. It's not finished. Wow. Yeah. So how long would something like that take?
This dress has taken me a year so far, but then I'm working on other dresses at the same time. So I keep going back to it and doing more and adding more little bits of lace. I've made it for clients.
Yes.
But what happens is, because every client is a different shape, her boobs are in a different place.
Right.
She needs covering, you know, over the butt and down the front. So for some brides, it's less. For some brides, it's a lot more work.
Right.
So each time I make it, it probably takes about 6 months to work with the bride to make it, because of all the detail and the work that goes into it.
So tell me who that dress would be for. Is she a celebrity? Is she royalty? Is she a socialite? Is she someone educated, someone who's classy?
Dress, Beyonce should wear that dress. Beyonce Knowles.
Yeah.
Beyonce Knowles should wear.
Okay, we're gonna have to tag Beyonce onto this.
Because she's worn very similar elaborate dresses with that kind of detailing for designers that I have worked for.
Wow. Wow.
And have spent countless days and weeks.
Intricately working and hand
So
sewn.
now she needs to wear mine. I'm going to have to run, Stephanie,
Okay.
because we've got our cars parked.
Yes. Okay. Well, I enjoyed this part. All right. Thank you so much for letting us in and taking a sneak peek at what you're working on. And we are so excited. Thank you again, Cynthia. Thank you again,
You're
Ellie.
welcome. You're welcome.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.